is a typical day in the life of Pat and Jackie? And I like to say, really, that there is no typical day. We roll with the punches. We try to manage our calendars very, very closely so that we can maximize our time and our effort and get as much done as we potentially can. We work most of the time out of the office, but we do have a home office also, and that is a good thing and a bad thing in times, because we end up spending a lot of hours when needed. But at the same time, as any business owner, we also have the freedom to travel and do some things that we like to do. But again, our primary focus in the day, like for example today, I've got some candidate calls I'm going to be making, and throughout the week we'll have various coach candidates come into the office, and also working with our coaches to set up events and to support them in their businesses. So that's at least how I spend my day. Again, Jackie is the real foundation of this business. Her day is sometimes a little more busy and a little more hectic than mine.
Yeah. Well, filling in the spaces, that's for sure. But at the same time, a lot of my days especially is invested on the phone, talking to current franchisees, working out any marketing strategies that we want to execute, and I work very closely with the team that we have here in the office. We do start our day at about maybe 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, and usually we want to get done by 5. The goal is to get done by 5. We do find ourselves stretching it a little bit, because we know that being in the early part of our business, it does require a lot more commitment and dedication to start with.
One thing though in the part of the discipline is that, again, what we try to do is when we get out of the car and we're home, then we're at home. And unless it was a planned work time schedule, we also have a home life, and kind of a rule of the home is once we enter the house, we are at home and not at work.
I think the key is, especially in this business, generally when we do have coaches coming on board, their spouses form a very strong support. In terms of, we do have spouses that are also active in the business. Like in our case, I guess because the leadership of the organization is such, everyone else that comes on board that wants their spouse to be part of the business generally ends up with a spouse who lands in a supporting role, whether it's in the support area of marketing or administration. There's always some form of contribution that takes place, right, Pat?
This is a very, very good business for couples to work in together. And again, whether it's physically in the business or just from a support standpoint, it's very, very critical in this business and in any business that the entire family is supporting the business as a whole. So we have many examples of husband-wife teams, partner teams working together, and I think it makes for a great time. We spend more time together, and we do not always agree. And as Jackie says, and she said so nicely just a week ago in a conference, that if 2 people ever agree all the time, then one of them is not needed. Well, we certainly are needed. So and that's a good mix when you have different personalities and can have those discussions without always agreeing with each other, and that breeds a very, very solid business.
What we love about this opportunity, though, as we talk to other potential candidates and coaches that we brought on board, is it's a low startup capital, low in the sense that it's a very effort-intensive business versus stock or building or inventory. So in terms of startup costs, it's the reason why we got into a franchise versus starting this on our own is because we knew that we did not want to create everything by ourselves. Based on what the franchise has and based on the evolution of what the franchisor has given us, it would have taken us years and years of work and effort, to be able to get to where we are today. What we've done with coming into a franchise is our learning curves have been a lot shorter. A lot of the tools, the systems are already in place, and it's just a matter of us, putting in the key and turning it, and it's a turnkey operation. That's what we loved about it.